As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
I read Why Men Love Bitches So You Don't Have To. Here are the most important things I learned. If you're a very anxiously attached girly like myself, go ahead and pull out the pen and paper, okay? Takeaway number 1, stop acting like a man's mother. I personally am very bad about this. 1, because I'm nosy, and 2, because I just want to make sure you're okay. But asking a man, oh, like, let me know when you get home. What are you doing today? Oh, who all's there? Da-da-da, where are you going? No more. Have you ever met a man that wants to date his mom? So don't answer that because unfortunately, yeah. Moral of the story, if you smother him and ask him all these questions, he's going to feel like his freedom is just escaping him, right? Act like you don't give a fuck. Even if you give the biggest fuck in the entire world, act like you don't. Another one, and this is one of my favorite quotes from the entire book, act like you're the prize and you'll make him a believer. If you're acting threatened by other women, making them sound like they are just so much better than you, you're like holding them on a pedestal, he'll start to be like, damn, like, why does she think that girl's better than her? Like, maybe I should go find out. This also goes for like dressing modestly. I love a little mini skirt and a tank top just as much as the next person, but a lot of times the attention that you will get from dressing like that will be very short-lived. Leave a little something to the imagination, okay? I always go by the rule that if my legs are out, these are covered. If these are covered, my legs can be out. Another thing, pleasing yourself should always be more important than pleasing a man.
Huh?
For example, he calls you and he says, hey, like, do you want to hang out Tuesday or Thursday? You already have plans with your friends on Tuesday and Thursday. What you're not going to do is say, oh my God, well, I actually have plans with my friends on Tuesday and Thursday, but I'll call and cancel, no worry. Instead, what you're going to say is, well, I actually have plans on Tuesday and Thursday, but I'm free Monday and Saturday. It doesn't matter if you're free the rest of the week, you're going to pick 1 or 2 days and say, that's when you are free. This is just common like human psychology. When you give them 1 or 2 days, 9 times out of 10, one of those, if not both, is going to work. 50,000 things I could say. Come back for the next part. Bye. I read Why Men Love Bitches So You Don't.
So what do we have here? It's more games, and more games. There's nothing genuine about women like this at all. I don't know why they always say he doesn't want to date his mother. What do you even mean by that? Of course I don't want to date my actual mother, but what if my mother was a great wife to my dad and a great mother to me? Why wouldn't I want those qualities in my lady? Let me ask you a question. Should I want the opposite? A bad wife? A bad mother? Doesn't make any sense. The funny part is about that, they want to protect her and provide her like their father was for them. It's such a contradiction. As she said, pleasing herself always comes first before pleasing the man. She could never walk in your mother's shoes. Let's take a look at the comment section. I'll rather just be myself. I'm fed up with the games. Yeah, man, I'm fed up too. People saying I'm fed up with games. I'll just be myself. She's not saying play games. She's telling you to strictly prioritize yourself and not centering your life around the man. Well, what's the point of being in a relationship with him if you just want to center yourself off? It doesn't make any sense. It seems like you're playing games. I need to read that book. No, you need to leave that dope alone. Acting like you don't give a fuck can also push him to cheat or lose interest. Yeah, because it only makes sense. You not giving a fuck, I'm not gonna give a fuck, so I'm just gonna give a fuck somewhere else. On to the next.
Make a man fall in love, become inconvenient. And
Y'all smoking crack! Something is wrong with you people!
men are going to get so angry at me for telling you this. Most men do not know how to articulate what they want. They know how to articulate what would make their life easier. Because how often have you heard a man say, I want a woman who's chill, who doesn't take herself too seriously? And so that's what you become. You become the convenient carry. And then he says to you, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. And then 2 weeks later, he gets into a relationship with a woman who is the complete opposite of everything he just described to you. She's not chill. She's not convenient. She's a Judge Judy in heels, but he adores the hell out of her. Because it was never about convenience, it was about value. No man is going to say to your face, I want a woman who challenges me and who holds me accountable. Because who wants to admit that? But that's what he respects. That's who he commits to. And most importantly, that's who he's afraid to lose. And the biggest mistake that I see women make is they focus so much on being liked instead of being respected. What you like is going to vary throughout your life, but what you respect stays relatively consistent. Do you remember when Beyonce said in Partition, I just want to be the girl you like? And you know what album came right after that? Lemonade. I rest my case. Men don't fall in love through ease. Men fall in love through effort, through earning you, because people value what they work for. And the real fulfillment for men when it comes to relationships is in who he had to become to keep a woman like you. Because lust feels a lot like love until you have to make a sacrifice. And so long as you're making his life easy and convenient, he doesn't have to sacrifice anything. Let him work, let him earn, let him chase, because the more you love you, the more he wants to. Make a man fall in love, become inconvenient, and men are going to get.
Okay, so we heard everything she had to say. But I asked this one question. Why would I want a woman that's inconvenient? That's a challenge. Life is already challenging for men. Why would I want to add more challenge on top of it? It makes no sense. She makes up this weird scenario where a man is with this nice chill girl and 2 weeks later he breaks up with the chill girl and goes for the difficult girl. This is such a laughable story. First off, the average man doesn't usually break up the relationship. It's actually the opposite. Second, why would I leave a good thing for the difficult unknown? Human beings usually take the path of least resistance. We're not leaving the good girl. It's not happening. Let's take a look at the comment section. If any of you have any doubts about this, just listen to the Gone Girl monologue. You'll have your answer. All-time perfect monologue for women. I don't think women should be listening to something like that. If it sounds like anything like this, stay far away. I'm tired, guys. Me too. I'm tired, boss. I need passion. Well, be careful with all that passion because sometimes it might lead to bad situations. Be yourself, ladies. Who cares if he stays or goes? If you're chill, be chill. If he leaves, be the one that got away. Happens all the time. Well, yeah, be yourself. That's true. But know yourself too. If you're an angry, manipulative person, you better work on that. You got to change yourself. And who cares if he stays or goes? Well, you should care if he stays or goes, because you want to take pride in your relationship. You want to put your best foot forward at least, right? On to the next.
Unless your husband is also a social media man or a TikToker, stop using your husband for content.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Respect yourself. Respect your marriage. Respect your husband. Stop using him for content. You don't have to prove to nobody that you're in a healthy or happy marriage. It's a trap, my darling. It's a trap. You don't have to prove to nobody that you are loved. We know a happy and loved wife when we see one. You don't have to prove to nobody. Respect that man. If he wanted to be on TikTok, he would open his own page. I promise you, nothing would stop him. Respect your marriage. Unless your husband is also a social media.
Interesting. He's talking about the women that post loving husband stories on TikTok. But what about the women that talk bad about their husbands on TikTok? I see those posts more often than not. The women that post good stories are usually harassed in the comment section by bitter women that hate men, essentially. Either they call them pick-me's or they make weird statements like, he's probably going to cheat on you, right? What do you think the response would be if men went on TikTok and complained about their wives publicly? Nobody would respect them because it only makes him look bad. There's no honor in using your spouse for content, especially when you're purposely trying to make them look bad. Let's take a look at the comment section. Sometimes it's not about proving anything to anyone. It's about posting genuine moments / memories. Well, yeah, you can, but when you turn it into content, when you turn it into a story where people can make critiques and comments about you, that's when it might get uncomfortable, I don't follow him. He doesn't follow me. Never posted him. Even our daughter, I don't post her. My social media is my social media. Yeah, that's smart. Girl, the knowledge is legit. Yep. There's nothing that degrades a man like content. Like, But also, there's levels to man that they are not the same. Imagine people having an opinion on your husband and put him in that position. Yeah, that's a very tough position to be in, especially when you made him look bad in the first place. Just imagine if the husband put out a post about how bad his wife's cooking skills were, right? She would feel bad publicly to the world. It's a public shaming. Nobody wants to be embarrassed on that level. Yeah, man or woman. On to the next.
Listen, bitch, okay? Nothing sucks more than being in a shitty ass fucking relationship where your heart is ignored and your voice is fucking unheard, bitch. Okay, it's like, yeah, they're physically there, yeah, but emotionally, nowhere to be fucking found, bitch. Just being there isn't gonna fucking cut it, bitch. Just sitting there like a fucking statue isn't gonna fucking cut it. You need attention. You need a listening fucking ear, a truly listening fucking ear. Someone who touches you with love. Someone who shows you that your feelings matter. Someone who shows you that you matter. You know why? Because when your love is met with silence, narcissism, and lack of fucking understanding, that's when you sit there and you start wondering, do my feelings even fucking matter? Am I even fucking lovable? Really? Listen, bitch. Your feelings fucking matter. You are lovable beyond what you are even fucking capable of fucking understanding. The thing is, you're pouring your heart out to a fucking sack of potatoes that has never respected any of your motherfucking boundaries. And so what have you had to do? You've had to build walls that are not supposed to be there if you are with a person who truly fucking loves you, who truly fucking sees you, and who truly fucking values you. Okay? I'm sweating right now, bitch. I'm sweating right now under this fucking robe.
Nasty bitch.
I hope you understood my fucking message. Love you. Listen, bitch.
Okay, we heard everything she had to say. You know, she seems very performative, you know. Imagine taking advice from her. I wonder if women are decentering themselves while expecting the world from the man. Women's messaging is so inconsistent. One woman says, show less interest, decenter yourself from men. Then you get this message, expect the world just because. So be selfish and expect the most from a man. Okay. How doesn't that sound dumb to them? Where in nature or the real world do you see people doing the least and getting rewarded for it? Oh wait, it doesn't exist. If you're getting low interest from a man, it's because you're most likely being annoying. Try being a likable person and see if that works, okay? Let's take a look at the comment section. Okay, but quiet down, he's right next to me. Jeez, you have a man and you're listening to her? She's about to wreck her own self. A lot less lonely being alone. That makes no sense. Alone is alone. I sent it to him. Okay, so I guess you're trying to annoy your boyfriend. That's a sign breaking up today was right. So she broke up with her boyfriend. She's seen this post. Now she's validated. Blind leading the blind once again. On to the next.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by an energy, a flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. It's the media that's been leading you. I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.